Hello and welcome back to the second part of my civilization series. Um, as you've seen in the last video, I just finished the Great Library, which was basically my main strategy. The strategy was to rush the Great Library, and now, as you've seen, I since I couldn't do anything else, I switched to the Oracle. Now, as you might remember from the last part, I finished the Great Library, I came into a new era, got a new social trade, and therefore I got a new colonist for free. So I sent this colonist to the bottom left of my capital, as you see here, and I created the town of Krakow. Now the town of Krakow is surrounded by hills and also mountains, and first of all I have to say it's really great defense against invasions. So basically, in my opinion, the city can't be invaded. That's really a great thing. I don't know what Alexander the Greek is planning at this point, but if he comes he won't get Krakow for sure. So now the question, with all those mountains around this town, can this town get enough nutrition? So the answer at the moment is no. So I start out with granary, but I plan on building a Petra, as you also saw in the research tree. So the plan is to go straight for the Petra, building the Petra with a great engineer, which will I get when I finish the Liberty path, and then I will get a bit more nutrition and the city will be super productive. So to maybe sum things a bit up, if I can really finish the Petra, I will have two super good cities. Of course, my city, my capital Warsaw, it has 3 tiles of salt, also other luxuries, a good balance of um, nutrition and production. So of course the capital cities are in most games great, but I will also have a second great city, which is Krakow, and it will just be very strong and very productive because of the Petra. So for those who don't know, if you have a really good location, the Petra basically, in my opinion, is the strongest world wonder in the whole game. So, but of course we have to see if we can finish before anyone else does it. But at this point of the game I really am optimistic that no one else can snag the Petra. Right here I jumped a bit forward, and as you can see, the barbarians keep annoying me. The problem is, if you expand and you don't keep up with building an army, then the barbarians can really get a big trouble. So I'm happy that I got the archer upgrade for my scout in the very early game, so I can better control the barbarians. So since I kill all the barbarian camps around me, the plague of barbarians is not overwhelming, but still they are annoying and they just destroy your tiles, your tile upgrades, and it's just annoying to handle them. But as you can see, I still handle them okay. As a small tip, I would say if some barbarians attack you, then you just have to send some units into the direction, and usually you will find a barbarian camp, and of course if you destroy the barbarian camp, yeah, they won't bother you anymore. So as you saw in the clip before, they attacked me from the south, and I searched a bit, and of course there was a barbarian camp, and it's always good to get some gold, so I just sent my archer to clear it. At the moment it might appear that things are going really well, but don't forget this is difficulty level of deity, so this is insanely hard to beat. And if you look into the right of the screen, you will see the current score, and you will see I am the second last. Even though I rushed the library, I now have also 2 cities. I'm really far behind in points. So the plan, of course, is to change this and to maybe step up the ladder a bit. A really big problem I had at this point was that I couldn't find any trade partners for for instance my salt. Now I have three tiles of salt and no one wanted to have it. Of course I had a problem because I made a bit of a Leroy Jenkins move. I declared war on Alexander, and Alexander keeps hating me, so he don't wants to make peace. I don't know, maybe it was a mistake to declare war. But now I'm missing really important trade partners. So usually if you trade a luxury you get like 6 or 7 gold, and now I'm sitting on luxuries and I can't trade them away. So that's really a big problem for me, and I hope maybe I can find new trade partners, or at some point Alexander will forget our grudge and maybe buy my salt, but we will see. As you see here now, I finished a street between the capital of Warsaw and my new city of Krakow, and I also finished the granary in Krakow. So now as a second building in Krakow I start the library, and you might think maybe it's more important to build a shrine, but in my opinion it's very important to build a library now, because I want to build the National College before I build another city. You can only build a National College if you have a library in each city. So if I don't build the National College very soon and I expand more, then it will get harder and harder to build the National College. And the National College boosts your science by 50%, so it's really a huge boost, and I really plan on getting it very soon. So now what you're seeing here is that I just finished mathematics, and now I can go straight for the Petra. So only one research is missing, um, but the step of mathematics also includes one nice world wonder, which are the hanging gardens. And the hanging gardens greatly contribute nutrition and to your city, and so they boost a lot. They boost the growth of a city by a lot. Now I think I made a mistake, because later on you will see I started building the hanging gardens within my capital. Maybe I should have built them inside the Petra city, because the Petra city lacks a bit of nutrition. Thus I think it might have been better to build the hanging gardens within the Petra city, especially since the Petra city has so much productivity. Not yet, but you will see it will get a lot of productivity, so I think it would have been better to yeah, give the hanging gardens to Krakow. By the way, back to the game. What you see happening at the top is really good for me. I find an isolated warrior of the Greek guy, and I kill it with the help of the barbarians. So this further weakens my current enemy, and basically the only guy who's really dangerous for me at the moment. As you've seen, there's also a caravan of the Greek guy, so in the future I will go for the caravan, of course. So now, since I've upgraded a tile with silver, I found a trading partner for the silver. I didn't need the smileys, the happiness, so I traded the silver versus gold. And at the moment, like I said, I really needed the gold. By the way, I just realized I called this lady English lady before. She has some similarity to the Queen, but of course that's not England, that's Austria. but also I could convince Austria to trade with me, but unfortunately we could just trade luxury versus luxury. I would have preferred if I got some more money, but didn't happen. At the moment, as you can see, um, I declined a bit in points, and I was on the last place, but since I just finished the Oracle, now I jumped up 2 places, so as you can see the World Wonders give a lot of points for the scoreboard. And due to the Oracle, I could finish the Liberty Path, I could complete it, and as a reward for finishing the Liberty Path, I got a Great Engineer. So now this is of course again part of my strategy, because I would send the Great Engineer to Krakow, and like I said, I will use it to instantly create the Petra. Now back to our war front in the top. The clip is a bit short, but as you might have seen, I just captured a caravan and I got 100 gold, and those are some small victories, but like killing the warrior, like killing the small scouts, it really weakens the Greek one. And as you see, the other close civilization to me is Austria. If you look into the scoreboard, they are also not very strong. So my two closest civilizations, they are both not the strongest. So I think if they are gonna invade me, they usually will have an enormous army, but I will be kinda safe. At least for a couple of turns, I guess. So you might wonder what just happened there, but I had to reload because I made a small mistake. The enemy was a bit too overwhelming, so I had to go a bit back in time. But after doing that, I just retreated. I think I did enough damage there, so I was quite happy with invading a bit, killing a caravan, killing a unit, and just annoying. So one part we didn't talk about at all is religion, and a huge problem for me is that as you can see, even though I had the first pantheon, still all the other civilizations, they surpassed me, and they all finished their first religion. So while I'm still stuck in medieval times, I still don't have a real religion. All the other civilizations miraculously, or let's call it cheating, they cheated their way to a valid religion. So for those who don't know, a religion is a great upgrade, and what you saw me getting before was only a pantheon, while the religion is the real deal. The problem about getting a late religion is that the early religions get very good traits, and the traits are unique. So especially there are some buildings you can only build if you take one of the early religions, like building a mosque or building cathedrals, or building, the best ones are even pagodas. And I can tell you already that since I'm so late with my religion, I won't get any of the good ones, and I will take a really bad religion with really bad traits. So now that's really the bad side about building the great engineer instead of building a great prophet, when I had the opportunity before to decide which free great personality I want. So a bit fast forward, as you can see, I got the next cultural upgrade, and now I had to go into a new path, and I wasn't really sure if I want to go for aesthetics, piety or tradition. I think they are all great. In the end I decided for tradition, because I had the opportunity to build the hanging gardens. I was a bit scared if I pick tradition, and since it was already a bit late that someone else might steal the hanging gardens, but still I went for it. So um, I think it was the right decision. So I skipped some more turns, and actually I did some really stupid stuff there. As you can see on the left of Krakow, I sent a worker on the marble tile. The problem about this worker is that I can't defend him, and he's like in a trap. So if there will be a barbarian, he will just get stolen, and as you will see later on, exactly this will happen. So it was really a stupid thing I did there. Actually, we don't even have to wait long for it. Sometimes I really think the barbarians are also cheating, because they always appear if you don't need them. So, as I said it, they just appear one turn later. So, basically this worker is gone, and yeah, I messed up there. But since I had 3 workers, which is already really nice, I didn't mind too much, and I wasn't too sad about it. It would have been better to reload the game, to be honest, and secure the worker, since every mistake on deity is punishing. But like I said, the work went pretty smooth and well, so I didn't care and said, meh, let it go. Anyways, as you've seen, I've just finished the tech for the Petra, and now I chose some of the low-level techs, for instance masonry in this case, and there are of course some other low-level techs. I just went straight to one of the higher level techs to get the Petra, but now I will keep on getting masonry, trapping, ironworks, all this stuff. So um, now it's time to do it. As you may have realized, I failed there pretty hard, because even though I got the tech for the Petra, I forgot to build it. I just realized like 2 turns later. Like I said, every mistake on a deity is really a big problem, but I mean, it's okay. So I selected the Petra, and I instantly built it with the Great Engineer, which I already had positioned in Krakow. So yeah, now I had this great city with really great tiles. I mean, now every tile gives like 4 production, one apple, gold, stuff like that. So really awesome.